We should draw it. Zombie, shoot it, I yelled, scared and petrified again. She just kept staring at it and breathing hard. I sighed and noticed Rick staring at it too, but he didn't seem scared at all. He was just waiting for when she would kill it.
Bullshit. I mean, if suddenly zombie shows up, even if, it's like a video game, that's not going to prepare you for the fact that this guy actually died, and now he's back to life, and now he wants to eat your goddamn flesh, and the girl who has the freaking gun isn't shooting it.
What's the matter with you? Get with it, girl, I barked, not as patient as Rick. Rick smacked the back of my head for that one. I realized I had gone a little too far. She had feelings too, and she had probably never seen one of these things before. Well, Clint and I had seen millions in movies and games. It was probably normal for us. When did Rick become Clint?
Methinks the author is actually using her brother's real name there in a sort of Freudian slip.
Hey, where did I leave off? I just lost my place.
I looked at the zombie.
I looked at the zombie. Probably normal for us. I looked at the zombie, or not. It was pretty bad that we played Resident Evil almost every weekend. I figured. I remade my ponytail since the moron behind me ruined it. Rebecca shouted all the freeze, don't come closer orders, yada yada, and finally kablam, she took the fat boy down.
He wasn't fat, by the way.
She's just such a lovely person.
The zombie wasn't a fat zombie at the beginning.
She stood still for a moment, trying to register what had just happened. I guess I was too, because I was frozen scared. Suddenly, two more zombies came from behind Rick and next to me. Rebecca shot the one that was about to attack me, and Clint snapped the other zombie's neck, which I might add didn't sound good at all.
Well, generally, snapping necks doesn't sound good, I would imagine. Even that doesn't sound good. That's just popping.
Yeah. Now what? I asked breathlessly. She sighed tiredly. We keep moving, she said regretfully, and we walked on. We entered another cab thing, and it had a door ahead of us and a U-shaped sideways hallway that was another door at the end of it. We're in a train. Trains are straight.
The way the architecture is actually it's a little bizarre. It's like there's this path. Like you've got this path, and then there's two rooms, and then you turn, and then there's like
friendly reminder, people. I've only read a Let's Play thread of 0.
Like,
and it's been a long time.
Yeah, like I remember it because it was like my first old school game, so I was like.
Okay. There was another door at the end of it. The whole room was made out of wood. When we all took one step, shards of glass from the window next to us raced at us and cut my arms. Oh, and Rick's too. Beck was the lucky one. There was a body right by a broken window. Obviously, he was the dude that caused it.
Oh my god.
She's now screaming in one of my sweatshirts, and I'm confused because that grammatically did not make sense to me.
That doesn't make sense architecturally at all, given the first game. Well, 0. Yeah. I keep saying first game. It's like.
Well, in continuity, that's supposed to be the first game.
Yeah, but.
Not in the first. Whatever. Edward! Rebecca cried and ran over to the body, putting a hand on his shoulder and thigh.
Edward Dewey.
I looked at Rick sadly. He looked a little worried of what was going to happen next. Becca looked at Edward and scanned him over. We all did, and weren't too happy to find giant bite marks on his shoulder, legs, and arms. He didn't look like he was going to make it, and if he did, we would have to start calling him Lucky.
Yeah, the guy's name actually is Edward Dewey, and, well, he shows up later than this in the game, because he actually literally crashes through the window as Rebecca is walking from this dead guy who had this key, and the way that
Fetal positions will be made in about 5 seconds for this one.
Yes.
Rebecca looked in her med pack. and found a bunch of medicine, but none of it was strong enough to help Edward's puppy bites.
Wait, do later rival spoiler.
Rick walked by and around the corner to get something. He came back with a blue card key in his hand.
It's not a card key.
Rebecca, be careful. Those things aren't human, Edward said slowly, talking for the first time, not taking. No, Edward, hold on, Rebecca said shakily and got out her radio with a shaky hand to call for backup. Edward placed his hand on hers in a way that got me thinking he didn't want her to. I didn't know about Rick, but I feel like a complete idiot standing there watching a man die we didn't even know. I'm not going to make it, please. Edward never got to finish his sentence. Edward was dead. Ellipses. Rebecca repped for 2 full minutes, and did she time it?
Apparently.
And neither Rick or me wanted to tell her that we needed to keep moving. She got up and dried her tears with the back of her hand. I did feel a little sad inside of me, and I wanted to tell her I was sorry. And suddenly, the door behind us, from where we came from, opened up. It was something. Ellipses. The real Billy. Oh, you have to pronounce that again. Cohen. Ellipses. Dun dun dun. To be continued. That sounds so crony. Oh well. Dun dun dun. Author note. Okay, guys, this is all for the first chapter. I hope you liked it. I might do the movies too. Maybe at some point in the much later chapters. I think I'm going to have Clint and Mila.
Those are her brothers and her real names.
Split up. But anyways, please review. Disclaimer. I am hiding out in Tokyo's Fish Mart, where I hope those readers won't find me. Oh no. Here they come. Hides in a barrel of fish. Policemen look around. Where'd you go? Oh well, let's go back. Let's get takeout. I pop back out. I don't own Resident Evil. I just want to hold on to the paperwork. Looks around evilly. Hey, I think I heard something. Policeman returned. Until next time, please review. Dives back into the barrel of fish. Ick. Mila.
Okay, that concludes the first chapter.
Okay, just remember, people, this is a trial. This is the first video. I guess once we get better and once... I should probably start reading the Let's Play threads again, because some things are just like, that's not how I remember it, but my memory is shoddy.
Meanwhile, I'm like going,
because I'm proud. First chapter's reaction, what the fuck? I guess that's my reaction because it's just like, what?
Bad Mary Sue fanfiction tends to do that.
And it's just like, I try to stay away from it.
Yeah.
So, this has been Sergeant Flutter.
And Mockingjay.
Reading the first chapter of Resident Evil Stay Alive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We've gone a little longer than we expected.
A lot longer.
And I hope you enjoy our commentary. Thank you.